something and I got distracted. Good morning. Good morning, friends. What's up, everybody? You love my shirt? Thank you. Jill Bro made it for me. Good morning, everyone. Hope you're all having a wonderful morning. I'm a little discombobulated today. Hello, bird hoops. Okay, I haven't done a talk show, I feel like, in forever. Great unboxing video. What is up with your cat? I know. Honestly, I think his designated person is my son, and my son is the most allergic out of all three of us to cats. This morning, I let him out, and he came running through, and then all of a sudden he runs right up to Cole and like rubs up against his legs, and Cole's like, "Good morning, buddy," and he's just like, "Meow," and then Cole went to the bathroom, he sat outside, he's like, "Meow, meow," and I was like, what in the hell? Cole can't touch him. Like, all three of us are allergic to cats. And the point, the cat knows who's allergic. It's like when animals know that you don't like them and then they want to be around you. That's what this cat is. Yeah, but he's an outdoor cat. I don't know why I thought at first that he was just meowing because he missed his mom. And I think that might be the issue already. OG Gaslighters facts. That I think that might be part of the issue is that he misses his mom. But I think he what is it? New phone, who dis? What is it called when cats, when humans or whatever, they like attach to one? Good morning, Laura. Thank you. I love you. When they like attach to one person. Like they imprint on a person. So I think, yes, imprint. I think that he imprinted on my son, and my son is like, hi, cat. So yeah, that's what we got. So thank you for watching the video though, Laura Binga. I appreciate that. I posted an unboxing video of all these shirts that I got on YouTube. Oh look, it's Christy. Christy, you sent me the thing. I purposely opened your DM just to see it. It has no information, no date, time. Ma'am, did I miss it? Did you actually send it to me? Okay. I was like, you're probably not gonna do it anyway. Just kidding. I don't think that's how you said it. Good morning, happy hump day. Jill Bro, you watched the video? Yay. I know this is my favorite shirt too. I thought this was a perfect one for the talk show today. Do it, Sarah. You're not by the door. Do it scared, do it tired, do it sick. Just do it. Good morning, everyone. I've gathered you all here today. I have not gathered anybody. I've been meeting new people. You have a question? I would love a question. Any easy way to add your items in your buy it now you can clone your items. So the easiest way to add things into your buy it now is, there's no easy way. But if you do it one time, you add all, the cat has got separation anxiety, I think so too. If you add them all into one show, then you can continuously, like everything that doesn't sell out of my buy it now today, I can just clone into the next one. That way you do not have to keep re-adding every single time. So that it makes it so much easier. Once they added that feature, it made it so that I actually have things in my buy it now. Not a lot, but today I have a plan. I'm going to try to turn one of these shelves into like a item shelf or whatever, and I'm going to put a bunch of stuff. It will work with auction items and buy it now items. Yes, you can clone the entire show. The only thing it does not work for is giveaways. But if you go, and I have a video on my YouTube on how to do that. If you go follow the Hodgepodge Place, I know it's very, very helpful. And then that way, all you have to do is you scroll down to the show that you want to clone the items. You say clone all, and then it brings everything over to the new show. The only thing it doesn't do is giveaways. Also, if you have any pre-bids, it won't move your pre-bids. And day after getting a tooth pulled, I was in pain. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for asking a question. Does cloning duplicate items or just move them over? It moves them over. It just moves them to the next show. I went to the dentist on Monday. It sucks. I hate the dentist. Thank you for taking time to educate the rest of us. Thank you, Form. That was very nice. I appreciate you. I feel like I haven't done this in a while, and I think that these are important shows. it does lose your pre-bids. So if you move your shows, it will change your pre-bids. And here's why. Do you print a USPS shipping summary? No, I do not. The reason that it moves your pre-bids is because a pre-bid is a contract. So if I was to clone them, change the description, change the price, do whatever, if you change that item at all, it removes the pre-bid because what they're bidding on is exactly what you have. So if you move it, change it, do anything with it, it voids their bid. That way no one can say, oh, well, what do you mean? It's in the description, blah, blah, blah. And you can say, well, no, what, they can't say that you're giving them something that they didn't fully understand at first because you can't change it after the fact. Everyone getting this $5 gift card giveaway. The first one was from Laura because she gave me $5. Thank you. So I haven't done a show like this in a while. My big brains up here. I haven't done a show like this in a few weeks and I missed you guys. And I was talking to someone yesterday and they were like, well, how do you make money during those shows? And I said, I don't. I said, I do. But these are more about, hi, Toasty Cold. It was not red. What am I up to this morning? I'm working. I have to pack everything from yesterday. When I clone, it doesn't pull over my buy it now. Is that normal? No. It should clone over everything. Good morning, PB&J. I have to pack everything. Here's my goal of the day. Would you like to see? Hi, Greatly Friendly Finds. Here's my goal of the day. I have to pack everything from yesterday that I sold. I brought 2 new totes of stuff. There's actually 4 totes in my car. So I have 6 totes of stuff that I want to put out and get ready. There's some packages that I want to open because Darren said I have to. I'm going to try to clean this mess and I'm going to try to reorganize this. That is my goal of the day. I have someone else picking up my daughter so that I can stay here all day and work. Good morning, Sandra. Where do you get bubble wrap? I get almost everything from Amazon. Yes, I'm in my new space. If you go to my YouTube video, can we pack with you? We should do that. If you go to my YouTube video that says, here, I'll show you a video. I'll show you a picture of my YouTube. If you go to my YouTube video that says items resellers need, that's the thing, right? So like if you go to my videos, thank you for your tip. I appreciate you. Thank you for valuing my time. This is the video I made yesterday. Oh, look, it's not monetized. Let's change that. Wait, I'll change it in a minute. This is the video I made yesterday of me opening my shirts. So go watch that. But if you scroll down just a couple, because I haven't done a lot lately, and go, thank you, Great Friendly Finds. Go to either of these videos right here. Items you need. In the description, turn my sound way off. In the description of this show, you will find links to everything that I use right here. You will find the links to my tape gun, my plastic wrap, my thermal printer labels, my bubble wrap machine, my bubble wrap, vinyl record boxes, black light, the Celsius that I drink. Thank you so much for the raid. Jeannie, thank you so much for bringing your friends over here. Everyone, please go follow Jeannie. Thank you so much. I hope you had a great show. My bubble wrap machine, bubble mailers, my iPad, fragile stickers, bubble wrap, a scale, thank you stickers, a ring light, and poly mailers. So you can go and get everything that I use right there. Okay, I have to figure out how to change that to monetize. Even though I only made 12 cents last month, you got to start somewhere, right? 12 cents is 12 cents, friends. So we are going to monetize on save. Traveler's Antiques with another, the Celsius I drink, exactly. Traveler's Antiques with another raid. Thank you so much. We got 2 raids so far today. I love you guys. Traveler's Antiques are one of my favorite people on here. One of the only couple sellers that I can watch because they're just so sweet and I love them. You do not have to have a thermal printer. I'm going to tell you right now, if you do not buy anything else, buy a thermal printer. The amount of time, money, effort, sanity that a thermal printer saves is insane. Think about how much ink is for your printer. Think about how much tape is. Right there pays for your thermal printer. Your thermal printer was only $69. You are spending so much money in ink, tape, cutting the things out. With a thermal printer, you just peel and stick and you never have to replace it's a lifesaver. It is the one thing that I would say I wish I bought when I first started selling. If you're gonna sell one, of course it's $69. You're gonna sell one thing. You gotta order labels, go order there. I am still selling on here. Can you batch print with the thermal printer? Yes, you can. Do I know? because I don't batch print anything, because I print individually, because I go through and I weigh everything and then I print them individually. But you can batch print from a thermal printer. I do not know how you sell without it. I know, right? How do you do the oh, that's another great question. I have a video on that as well. If you go to my YouTube, it is only 1 minute and 47 seconds, this video, and this video will save your life and save you so much time and money. The video is actually going to be in my shorts. If you scroll down in my shorts, if you go watch my entire playlist, good morning, Sassy. I would never ignore you. If you go watch my entire playlist, it's only like an hour and a half long and you can get all the information you need. But if you scroll down right there to that little guy in my shorts, scroll down to that little guy, has 17,000 views right now, and you watch it, it is just 1 minute and 47 seconds showing you exactly how to do it. And the reason, yes, go watch all my YouTube videos. And the reason that I direct you over there is, again, like I said, I don't make any money over there. The reason I direct you over there is mainly because I talk a lot here, right? But I'm also a little scattered. I have ADHD, so I'm all over the place. There, you can pause, you can rewind, you can, I voice over them so I'm not chaotic. You can actually watch and it's easier for you to follow. Yes, you can rewatch a million times. Yes, I can try to show you which one the clone was. I can't remember thermal printer to print on any of my devices. Susan, I got a new thermal printer. This is from Great Friendly Finds. Everyone please go follow Great Friendly Finds. When's your next show? I got a new thermal printer for my house and I had a complete meltdown and I tried to get it to hook up for like an hour and then I gave up. So I don't know how to help you with that. I wish I did because I'm very frustrated with that as well. My best advice is to watch a YouTube video on how to do it. I watched several and I can't figure it out, but hello, Vintage Leah. Okay, I'm not sure which video it is. So let me go through. So if you go to my playlist right here, it will have all of the videos that have whatnot tips and tricks and all the videos that you need. Like there's shipping explained, whatnot frequently asked questions. I'm going to say that the cloning video, I believe, is this one, whatnot help. It's one of the last couple that I did. I will eventually go through and watch. Thank you so much for your tip. I appreciate you. Everyone go follow Great Friendly Finds. I love you. Everyone go follow Great Friendly Finds. When is your next show? Let's go look. I'm going to go bookmark you. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. Boom. Bookmarked. Bookmark that one. Oh, Calico Critters. Look how cute that is. Everyone please. Yes, I did. Mine had a driver stick too. That's probably. Good morning, James Joy. Hello, everyone. I'm glad you have questions today because I never know what I'm going to talk about on days like this. So I'm glad that you have been able to ask questions. I lost money on my first show due to the free shipping. Several customers brought fragile items. You should never do free shipping. They get free shipping on their like first items that they bought, but that's paid for by whatnot. If you set up, I apologize for people that are usually here with me because I'm going to be very repetitive today. If you do not touch anything, if you go to schedule a show and you schedule it the way that it's set up, your shipping will be fine if you sell it correctly. If you sell it correctly, it will ship correctly. The reason we get in trouble is when we touch things, we change things, we do whatever. I do not recommend for the first year that you sell on here that you do free shipping. I don't do free shipping and I've been selling for years. I know people who do free shipping. I know a lot of people who do discounted shipping. I know that a lot of big sellers will advise you to do discounted shipping, that it helps, blah, blah, blah. I don't think it does. I think I've proven the opposite, actually. I don't think you need to do it. I do know that those people who offer discounted shipping are professionals. Those people do this for a living. Those people know they add into what they're selling how much they're going to have to pay for shipping. Toasty Gold is a good example of that. He pays between 15 and 30% of what he makes in shipping to offer reduced shipping. But that's because he's been doing it a long time. He understands what it's going to cost him. Same thing with Upcycled by Bree. Upcycled by Bree knows what it's going to cost her to offer discounted shipping, so she can do that. Once you know how to ship correctly, what kind of boxes you're going to use, how much it's going to weigh, you can offer things like that. At the beginning, just don't. It doesn't work for people. Someone on here has said it never changes the weight in that happens all the time. Don't be that guy. Everyone go follow Great Friendly Finds. Thank you again. Here's my opinion on that, and this is my opinion. Don't be that guy, right? So there's a lot of people, just because someone else does something wrong doesn't mean you should do it wrong, right? I totally think that you should follow the rules. Same thing with, let's talk about selling items that you aren't supposed to sell, right? There are people on here that sell things they're not supposed to all the time and never get caught. There's people who do it once and get banned for life. Thank you for your tip. I appreciate you. Thank you for valuing my time. When you do not do things like that, it just hurts the rest of us. It can hurt your customers because they'll have to pay money after the fact. It can hurt us eventually because Whatnot will take away our 5 gimmies, or shipping will increase. It hurts us with the post office because the post office is going to, couldn't raise their prices, whatever the case is. Doing things, there's a lot of people who do the wrong thing. I just say do the right thing, but you're a grown up, you're gonna do whatever you want. Someone from Hello? Yes. Wonderful. How are you? If I'm set up? Oh, hi. Sorry. I'm not yet. I am working on it. um, yeah, that would be great. Sounds good. Thanks. I love when people assume I know who they are. Okay. So we don't answer our phones, friends. Thank you again. Great Friendly Finds. Everyone, please go follow. So yes, I know there are a lot of people who tell you to do the wrong thing. Do whatever you want. I gotta fix this lighting today. I think I brought the things so that I can fix the lighting. Yeah, I don't ever answer calls. I've been answering calls a lot lately because I've been having calls with like my lawyer and other people that I need to talk to. So I have to just save phone numbers. I think that would probably help me. Box dimensions. Why does the system default? It's just what they set up for the system default. The system used to default to 666, and then they raised it to 12. I think it just is beneficial for the whatever programming that they have. I bought my giveaway from my show in an envelope and put it in a mailbox instead of taking it to the post office. Is that no? As long as it's as an envelope shipping, it's fine. It doesn't have tracking on it. Oh, I also wanted to say, yes, you can adjust it, but it doesn't allow us to put the dimensions in on the front end. Correct. You have to adjust it after the fact. As long as I wanted to mention that too with the giveaways. So like this giveaway right now is a $5 gift card. When I ship this giveaway, it is going to go in a envelope, and it's going to look like this, and it's just going to have a regular thing. That is going to be marked delivered within like a week. It can take up to a month to get to you. It's a plain white envelope. So sometimes it's going to say you got it and you're not going to have it yet. Sometimes it's never going to say you got it and you got it 2 days later. So just be conscious of that when you get. I don't advise doing anything over a $5 or $10 gift card in those. Stickers, gift cards, something small. Besides that, I would always suggest having tracking. I'm so sorry, but just dropped in. Where are your links again? They're on my YouTube. They're on my YouTube. If you go to the Hodgepodge Place on YouTube and you go scroll down to what resellers need, and all of the things are linked in there. Do you have an opinion on giveaway being a shop coupon code? I think it's not against policy. You still have to send them something, but you could send them a sticker and send them a coupon code. I think that Whatnot should offer gift cards. I don't understand why they still haven't. We've been asking for it for years. Whatnot, if you're listening, I love you. That is a big miss. I give away hundreds of dollars in Amazon gift cards every single day, and you are missing out on getting people to just put that money back here. Hi, Nat. Put that money back into your platform by not offering Whatnot gift cards, because I would give away hundreds of Whatnot gift cards every single week, and it would go right back into your app. I do suggest or hope that when you get your Amazon gift cards, if you need anything that you for your reseller, that you go to my links and use my links. And if not, I suggest that you buy something for yourself. Take any of this free money that I give you and buy yourself something nice. Not for someone else. Not something you need. Not toilet paper or freaking paper towels or whatever. Buy something fun. It's your money. You can do whatever you want, but that's just what I would say. So yes, that's my opinion. Buy donuts, exactly. I haven't had a donut forever. There's no Dunkin' Donuts on my way here. Toilet paper sounds like a lot of fun. That sounds like something you would buy. I feel like, or cleaning supplies or something. How do you get a physical $5 gift card from Amazon? You print them. I print hundreds a day. Hold on, let me just go over here. I don't have my shoes on. Don't look at me. Okay. You can print them. So I go and I print, this is a $25 one. I'm not going to show you the code, but I just print them off my computer and then I fold them and they fit perfectly into an envelope and then I ship them to you. So you can print them right with your printer. Don't look at me. Don't look at me ever. $5 winnings from Diamond Tester. I think, there you go. That's awesome. See, I love that. I got mine from you yesterday and I bought myself a beautiful blouse. I love that. That makes me happy. Hi, Loki Mom. We're looking respectfully. So I'm over on shipping by a few ounces. Will Whatnot charge me? No. So Whatnot won't charge you unless you change it. If you just ship it that way, it's going to charge your customer if it gets caught. Only if it's over the allotted amount. Like if you are putting it in a priority box and it's 5 pounds, 8 ounces, then that's not all right. But if it's supposed to be 4 pounds and it's 4 pounds, 8 ounces, that doesn't matter because it's a price up to 5 pounds. Or if it's in a flat rate, it's up to 70 pounds. So it really depends on what you are shipping and what the same thing with, like, if you're selling, say I sell this for 15 ounces, but when I wrap it and I put it in a box, it's 16 ounces. That changes it from costing like $4 to costing $8. And so that's something that you should change. It's hard to explain. Hold on, I gotta take a breath. Yesterday, I was talking to someone and I was like having flashbacks to Lowe's, and he was like, "You're all right. You're in a safe place." I was like, "You're losing your mind." I said, "I know, I'm losing my mind." So if I ship Max Bundle one, because I know, isn't this shirt great? Jill Bro made it for me. Five Little Vintage, thank you for the raid. I appreciate you. Everyone, please go follow Five Little Vintage. I'm going to run another giveaway. If I ship Max Bundle one because fragile under 5 pounds, if it's just 2 pounds, do I have to change it? You do not have to. Do I think you should? Yes. And here's my little rant. Will I get flagged in error when I bring to the post office and they scan? No, depending on what, depending on your post office, depending on if they care, depending on if they like the ounces, again, going from like ground to priority or priority to ground, whatever the case is. It started Single Mommy, so excited. Thank you for, I'm so glad you're here. Welcome, Single Mom Club. Here is what I think. Everyone go follow Five Little Vintage. Here's what I think about changing the weight. And here's it's going to be my only rant for the day. That's probably a lie. If I am giving the post office 10 boxes and I am not changing any dimensions anyway, and those 10 boxes say that they're all 12 by 12 by 12 and that they weigh 5 pounds, they're going to get a plane, train, automobile to move that many boxes at that weight. But if I really sent them 10 boxes that are 6 by 6 by 6 at 2 pounds, but I just never changed the dimensions, they're going to have a half empty plane, train, automobile because I lied. I told them the wrong weight or wrong dimensions. Besides the fact that it can cost money, I think that is an issue. Now, do I change every box size and every weight every single time if it fits within the parameters? No, I do not. If it is wrong, if it is outside the parameters, if it is changing from ground to priority or priority to ground, or it's not within the allotted, like the couple ounces in between, yes, I'm going to change it every time because I don't want my customers to get screwed and I don't want to get in trouble. But am I saying that I'm perfect with change, especially with like the priority boxes, large priority boxes are 12 by 12 by 10. If I'm shipping something for 3 pounds in a 12 by 12 and it says 12 by 12 by 12, but I'm putting in 12 by 12 by 10, I don't change that generally. Like those are things that I'm like, there's wiggle room, and I try not to go into the gray area because people don't, I love you. Thank you. People don't understand gray areas. And then they're going to be like, well, Christine said I don't ever have to change the box size. No, that's not what I'm saying. Again, if you're new to shipping at all, watch my shipping videos, try to learn. You're going to learn by error. I've messed up a million times. You love my shirt? Thank you. Jill Bro made it for me. If you watch my YouTube video, you can watch me unboxing. She made me a whole bunch of new shirts, and this is one of them. I have a few to sell. I'll probably sell tomorrow, or I think I'm going to do a small show. Oh, tomorrow I'm doing a Dorothy show. If you've ever been here for any of the Dorothy stuff, I'm doing a Dorothy show tomorrow. She makes like creepy Halloween characters and all sorts of, I know. Are you so excited? Tomorrow I'm going to her house. She's letting me in her house, and she said she was going to make me lunch. I'm really excited. I know. The shirts are great. I love them. This is my favorite one right here. Look at this one. Doesn't this one make you happy? This one makes me so happy. I think I'm going to keep it forever. Eggplant, Duncan, Turtle, Celsius. I love that. My shirt is your life? Same. My shirt is my life. Yes, Dorothy Originals. So, and I'm sure she's like nervous, I'm sure, because I haven't done a show for her in a while. So I'm like, oh, people will show up. It'll be great. So, love the one I have on. Thank you. So I hope that all of you come and join us tomorrow. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and I think Dorothy will be excited. So I hope you come hang out. Can you shipping Whatnot's flat rate of 5 pounds or under in a regular priority box, or does Whatnot flat rate? It has to go flat rate. If you mark it as flat rate, it has to go in a flat rate box. If you mark it as, I have a video explaining the different boxes, because here I'm gonna turn you around. I can't even sell my desk locally. I paid 180, asking 100. Is that too much? Weight is 60 pounds. I wouldn't ever sell that on here. I don't know about locally. I can't give furniture away right now. I have brand new stickly and hardened furniture that was tens of thousands of dollars that I can't give away. Okay, so I have a video describing the different type of boxes, right? So there's a lot of different priority boxes, and some of the priority boxes will just say shipping box, and some of them will say flat rate. So you have to make sure that you use the right shipping box or flat rate box depending on what you are selling and what you are putting in it. So I have a video that has a picture. Thank you for sharing. It's on my YouTube. Here, I'm gonna do another giveaway. Dying. Okay. And I'm going to show you. So here's my YouTube right here. Again, I do not direct you over here I don't make any money on here. I direct you over here just so you can take your time, watch it, rewatch it, pause, change, whatever. If you go to my playlists, this is all Whatnot stuff. There's a bunch of videos in there that you can watch. But this box right here, or this thing right here, shipping and UPS labels, this video, I have like an actual, it's the same name, yes, the same name on all platforms, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok if you don't mind swearing, and bad dating stories. That's all my TikTok is. So don't go over there if you don't like swearing. Thank you for buying a sticker. I appreciate you. All right, so if you look at this video right here, see that picture? This right here has a breakdown of every single label, when you can use it, what it looks like, everything in that video. If you have any questions on shipping, I suggest going to that. I have like 10 videos on shipping, but that one would be the most helpful, I believe. I know. Isn't that funny? I was talking to him last night and he was laughing at me. He was like asking about something, and I was like, I'm just going to bring, I do have to, oh my God, I didn't set up my tier rewards this month. I just realized it's not there. Oh no. I always do it. This month was a little chaotic, and I wasn't on here for a week. I must have missed the setup time. What a bummer. Yes, I do. I am fired. I'm going to reset it up next month. That makes me sad. I like that. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Oh well, it's halfway through the month already. I'll do it next time. Can't get good help in here. What's up, Mads? My son's girlfriend's name is Maddie. Call her Mad. Also, my cousin, my kid's cousin. I want to sell craft jewelry bags that will accumulate weight. You can fit, fun fact, you can get 5, 10, 15, 20. You can fit about 25 pounds of jewelry in a large flat rate box. And flat rate can be up to 70. Thank you for the hug. Up to 70 pounds. So you can do it in flat rate boxes. Flat rate boxes can be up to 70. Regular priority large boxes can only be up to 5. Good morning, WV Antiques. How are you? I went to the resources show yesterday, and he said he's going to do an auction next week, and he's going to try to do a silent auction. He's going to be quiet the entire time. Do you think I could do that? Would you like me if I did that? I don't think you would like me if I did that. We got a real I have not gotten a real tripod yet. Right now you are leaning up against whatever this is full of my stickers. You would still like me if I did that? Okay. You girls going to do another raid train? We are. I know there's one coming up for my birthday, for my anniversary. No, we like you talking to us. That's what I figured. It's 7 minute of silence train. That sounds horrendous. I don't think I would like that. I do have a thing. I'm a lifesaver. Thank you. You're terrified. I love the shrink wrap. Shrink wrap's the best thing ever in the entire world. Here, you want to see how I feel? Look, watch this. Let's wrap this. Let's wrap this right now. Did I bring bubble wrap in? I did. I forgot bubble wrap yesterday, and then I couldn't wrap anything. Oh no, this is all wet, and I put my shirt on it. Gosh darn it, Christine. There aren't many things that I will put my name behind, and I love my thermal printer, and I love this shrink wrap. I'm gonna just stick all this in there. And then look, it's pretty, right? But then instead of using tape, because tape's expensive, oh, thank you for the raid. I appreciate you. Just use this little bit of shrink wrap, and then look, I could throw this at the wall right now, and it wouldn't break. And then also when you go to unwrap it, it just unwraps so much easier and nicer, and then you don't piss people off. I'm going to put the name around it so that I don't forget who that is. There we go. Do it. If I wasn't in someone else's office. What types of things are you not allowed to sell in here? There's a whole list. I suggest you go to Whatnot items and look at the list of things that are not allowed to sell, that you're not allowed to sell, because we have had quite a few people selling things that you should not. And then there's obviously things that you shouldn't sell because you don't want to be a bad human being, but there's always going to be bad human beings. But there are items that you cannot sell on here. The guns, alcohol, things that you would assume that you can't sell here. And then there's also other things that you cannot. Besides the pain in the ass desk I can't get rid of, I was thinking of making my own candles. Yeah, I mean, this site, you can sell anything. Tomorrow, I suggest you come to my show tomorrow. I think that you would like it when you see what Dorothy makes. I'm doing a homemade show tomorrow. Oh, also Whatnot, I would like to make a complaint about categories. I wanted to schedule it in handmade category because I wanted to attract handmade buyers. When you click handmade, the only thing you can click is clothing or like fabric or something. Like you can't click just handmade goods. The category is not good. So I scheduled it in vintage decor because she's also going to have Annalise and some other vintage decor because she is a collector. You would not believe her house. Thank you. Jill Bro made it for me. So I'm going to have other things, but I don't like that the handmade category is so broad and then not broad at all. It's like handmade. Okay, then just let me schedule in handmade. You're going to make me pick a subcategory, and the subcategories are clothing. It's not clothing. I don't know if there's an artisan category. I haven't looked. I got mad and scheduled it in vintage decor. Good morning. How are you today? Good morning, City Beautiful Pickers. Are you talking shit? Why is Cherry laughing at you? Everyone, please go follow. This giveaway is for Cherry Bomb Vintage. Everyone, please go follow my friend Cherry Bomb Vintage. Does she have a site on here? She does not. I just sell for her. She used to have a booth in my shop, and I sold for her all the time, and then I closed my shop. But her favorite holiday is Halloween, and she makes the best, creepy, cool, weird Halloween stuff. So we're going to do a Halloween show. She also does Christmas. So if this goes well, I'm sure I can convince her to do another one in probably a month or so. But she does not sell on here. Thank you. I'm excited. I did close my shop, and now I'm in an office. Christina's awesome. The guy that owns this building came yesterday. There's a leak in the other room, and he came in. And he was like, "Do you have enough space?" And I was like, "No." And then he was like looking at the walls, and I was like, "Christina's awesome." In case you forget, it's my only decoration right now. I did bring something to decorate a little bit today. Where was my shop? My shop was in Vernon, New York. I live in upstate New York. I am a newbie. I'm doing glass, which can be heavier bundles. What are your suggestions? Dorothy doesn't have a page, she just sells for me or with me. She does have a page on a different platform, but I can't share that here. But she doesn't sell her handmade things there. If you leave shipping completely alone, don't touch it. It will set up as priority up to 5 pounds and ground over 5 pounds. And then if you sell it correctly, it will ship correctly. I have a YouTube video that will show you even if you increase ounces. So let's say I sell this for 2 pounds, and then I sell this for 2 pounds, and then I sell this for 2 pounds, and then I sell this for 2 pounds. We got 2, 4, 6, we got 8 pounds, right? When I go to ship it, if I can fit it all in a flat rate box or a brown box, because it's going to go ground because it's over 5 pounds, that's great. But also if it's, if you sell it all correctly and then it ends up being 487 ounces, you can increase the box size. So I show you how to play with the box sizes a little bit. So if I have 487 ounces, because I'm bundling everything, I never unbundle anything, I can play with it. Like maybe I can put in a 14 by 12 by 12. Oh, I can put it in a 16 by 14 by 12. You can continue to increase the box size for free. If you sell it correctly, it will just go ground, which is fine. Still has tracking, still has $100 in insurance or whatever. It just takes a little longer to get there. Yes, it's considered dimensional. The only time I have a custom shipping profile set up is when I sell something that has to ship alone, because it is either eat over the 5 pounds or it is going to be dimensionally too big to fit with other things and it cannot bundle. And I have a YouTube video on how to set that up as well. It ships as a 12 by 12 by 12 at 5 pounds. It is the same name, yes. The Hodgepodge Place, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, if you don't mind swearing. Can I edit a shipment afterwards to make it flat rate? Yes, you can. When you go to ship it, you can do edit shipping label and you can toggle on the flat rate thing. And you can do that even if you don't do a flat rate show. I seldomly do a flat rate show because I have burned myself with flat rate shows entirely. So I usually just edit it and I will make it flat rate after the fact. Like I will do that a lot with things here today because I have a lot of medium flat rate boxes and that's it. I have some large boxes and a lot of medium flat rate. So a lot of this stuff is going to go into flat rate from yesterday. Thank you for purchasing a car to Reworker's Passion. I burned myself because I set it up as a flat rate show and then I also set it up as discounted shipping. And so then people who bought multiple things, it charged me over the one, it charged me the shipping on the rest because I set it up wrong. When you touch things, you break things. Good morning. Flat rate does not use an adjustment. As long as if you can change it from flat rate from anything and it will not use your adjustments as long as you sold it correctly. The only time it would use an adjustment is if you sold it at 13 ounces and you change it to flat rate, and that's because you're changing it from ground to priority. You can't do that. If you sell it correctly, it will ship correctly. I need a shirt that says that. I need a sign that says that. Yes, I'm saying if you put in the correct weights and dimensions, if it's too big, if you sell it correct. And now, again, I try not to live in the gray area because I ship hundreds of things a week and I don't have any issues once in a while. There are times that things happen. There are times where someone will buy this at 2 pounds, this at 2 pounds, and this at 2 pounds, and it'll be 6 pounds, and I can't fit it in a regular box, and I'm like, shit, it's got to be a little bit bigger of a box. That's my bad. I messed up. There are times that that's going to happen, but Generally, if you sell it at the correct weight and it is not a giant item, it will ship correctly. I repeat that to myself when I'm loading the show. I love you. If you sell it correctly, it will ship correctly. If you don't change anything and someone buys multiple items, how many items does Whatnot put in a package? Every item that they buy. How did you set up a reduced shipping show? When you go to your shipping settings, don't do a reduced shipping show. That's my advice to you. But if you're selling something that makes sense doing a reduced shipping show, again, I have a YouTube video on how to do that, but I will quickly show you. When you go to, I have an overdue item. What? Oh, that freaking gift card from Saturday. Gosh darn it. It's just a plain white envelope. Why did I not print that yesterday? When I say leave things alone, I say when you go to schedule a show, this is what's going to come up automatically. Okay? Priority up to 5 pounds, ground over 5 pounds. This is the best setup for you and your buyer. This is the best setup for you and your buyer. That's why Whatnot defaults to that, because they're trying to help you. Whatnot does not want to hurt you. Whatnot does not want to pay for your mess ups. Whatnot does not want you to pay for your mess ups. They try to help you by making it easy, right? We mess it up by touching things. When you want to do, you can do a couple things. You can change it to flat rate. You can change it to priority. Hello, Silver Drip. How are you today? If you wanted to set up a show, again, I do not suggest doing this until you've done lots of shows and you understand what you're doing with shipping. Don't do a reduced shipping show. But if you're selling cards, if you're selling ephemera, if you're selling miniatures, if you're selling things that jewelry, you can fit 30 pounds of jewelry in a large flat rate box, then you can do reduced shipping. You can go here. You can do seller pays for shipping, then you pay for all the shipping, right? Or you can do buyer pays a set shipping, and then you can change that to anything you want. So I know like Tiffany, she does jewelry, and so she'll set it up that your max shipping will be 4 or whatever, and then she'll pay everything over that because she knows she's been doing this a long time. She knows how much jewelry she can sell for that amount of money. But if you set it up like that, that will give them the reduced shipping. And if the shipping does end up being anything over $9.21, you would pay the difference. Ground is cheaper. Yes. So again, if you are just starting off, I suggest not touching anything. And then just say over and over and over again in your head, if you sell it correctly, it will ship correctly. Christine said, if you sell it correctly, it will ship correctly. If you sell it correctly, it will ship correctly. And then don't change that. I also would like to point out something that I do every single time I do a shipping show. I would like to point something out. I'm going to go to another platform and I'm going to show you something, because people are like, oh, well, it's going to charge people shipping. Because like if I wanted to ship you me right now, right? If I wanted to ship you me, I would put in my dimensions and my weight, and I would put it in there, and it would be like, okay, to ship Christine to you, it's going to be $373. And then someone would have to decide if they want to buy that or not. If you go onto other platforms, and people will get mad here, they'll be like, they won't pay that if I set that up. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. And if they don't want to, then you don't need them to buy from you. So I like to go to other platforms and just show you. And I don't know why we trained ourselves in Whatnot land that we don't want to pay over $9.21. Good morning, Back to the Future. Or that people won't pay over $9.21. That is incorrect. Anybody who ever buys anything from anywhere, if you go, so like if I want to go buy a swung base on another platform right now, look, I can buy this 25-foot swung base. It's going to ship by itself. Nothing's going to bundle, nothing's going to come with it, and it's going to cost me $17.79. I would pay that, right? How about this one? This is a 28-inch swung base. This one is going to cost me $46. $46 in shipping. Why do you think someone on this platform to buy 17 different things in one box won't pay $20 in shipping? Why do we have that in our head? When I'm going to pay $40 to ship one item from another platform, why do you think they won't pay $20 to ship 20 items from this platform? You have to get out of this thing in your brain that makes you think that people won't pay for shipping here. It's not real life. It's not a thing. So just, anyway, there. I remember I said I was only going to have one rant today. I lied. I have all the rants. All the rants today. What else? Yes, people got spoiled. And honestly, we're all spoiled, right? And I talk about doing free shipping. But here's the other thing. I'm going to take advantage of free shipping. every single time. If you give me free shipping, I'm going to buy so much that it's going to cost you $100 to ship me that box. Not because I want to screw you over, because I'm taking advantage of free shipping. Don't do that. There's going to be people like me. You know what? Hello, SS Vintage. Toasty Gold, I feel like, is a prime example of that, because Toasty Gold offers discounted shipping. Again, he's been doing this a long time, and he knows it's going to cost him 30% a show to do discounted shipping. I fill my box every single time I buy things from him, and he ends up having to send me a giant box that I know cost him $100 to ship to me. Sorry, bro. Don't offer discounted shipping. I'm that asshole. I apologize. So just make sure you know, if you're going to do discounted shipping, that you know how it's going to cost you money. Cancel their orders because they want something to sell as shipping. Linz, that happened to me yesterday. So here's the other thing. I had someone buy. So one, cancellations are against policy. You can deny that cancellation. Cancellations, when you buy something, it's a binding contract. When it's like winning something at an auction. I can scratch my face and end up winning something at an auction. Do you think that auctioneer gives a shit that I didn't want that? No, the auctioneer's like, here, it's yours. What do you mean you're not going to pay for it? That's not how this works. This is a contract. You pay. That's why the price goes through. The sale goes through automatically. People can request a cancellation. You can deny the cancellation. Do I deny cancellations? No. I had someone cancel something yesterday because they bought something and then I didn't sell anything else that they liked the rest of the show. So they canceled it because they wanted to take advantage of the shipping. And I didn't sell anything else they wanted, so they canceled it. And you know what? I don't care. I will resell it another day. But I could have said no. I could have said, that's not how this works. Welcome to whatnot. Welcome to buying things. You don't get to do that. But I didn't. I just canceled it and went about my life because I don't care. But you can deny a cancellation request because that's not a thing. Yeah, people do that. People are going to. I didn't block. I don't block anybody. I block. I have a very few select people that I blocked. And if that person wants to buy from me again, I encourage them to buy from me again. There's only sometimes I only usually block people that harass me, or continuously leave me bad reviews, or disturb my peace. People who just don't understand the policies or think that they're above the policies or whatever, I usually just never see again. I probably will never see that person again. I had someone pre-bid and then put a cancellation. I denied it. Yeah. Cancellations go against you if you cancel them. Good morning. You want to disturb my peace. My favorite cancellation excuse, my kids did that. Oh yeah. And I get that all the time. My dog's sister's friend's brother walked across my computer and made that bid. I didn't want that, blah, blah, blah. You get silly cancellation requests all the time. You know what? I'm not going to lie. I appreciated that honesty more than that. I appreciated you didn't sell anything else I wanted, and I want to take advantage of shipping, so I don't want that either. Is that right? No. But could that person have said, oh, I'm so sorry, my granddaughter's cousin swiped, and I was going to the bathroom and did, whatever. But they didn't. Thank you for your tip. I love you. I appreciate you. I had a buyer request to wait to ship because she won't be home while I get docked. Yes, you'll get in trouble. You can't do that. Tell her to get her neighbor to get her mail. Does anything happen if you cancel a show? No. I have heard that Whatnot will give you a pass on shipping if you mess up. You get technically 5, we call like gimmies. You get 5 allowances to mess up. So let's say I ship this, or I sell this for 15 ounces and I go to ship it and it's 18 ounces and I have to change it and it would normally cost me $4.37. Whatnot will say, okay, 5 a week. Yes, you haven't used your allowances yet. We will pay for that. So you technically get 5 mess ups. My advice is don't abuse those. Also, it does not work every time. Let's say I sell myself as 5 ounces and then I go to ship it and I'm 5,000 ounces. It'll say that mess up was too big. You knew what you were doing. We're not paying for that. 1 week. It resets every Sunday night. You get 5 mess ups, but it does not work every time. So do not depend on that. Like if it's over a certain dollar amount, if it's over a certain inches, like dimensional size, it won't pay for it every single time. So it's a just in case. Exactly. And it's usually smaller mess ups like that. So again, don't 5 mess ups or $5, 5 mess ups. I accidentally swiped in another show. It was my fault. I had the screen in my hand. Yeah, I have bought things. I said this before too. When you do like sudden death and people put like a max bid in, sometimes I'll be like swiping and all of a sudden the bid will go from 7 to 70 and all of a sudden I'm in for $70. I've bought things like that on accident before, but I swallow it. It's mine. I swiped, I bid, but I understand auctions. Do I get 5 mess ups? How many? No. I do think you're at 5, sir, or you might be 4. You might get 1 more. What about if someone local to me buys and requests pickup? They have to toggle on pickup before they purchase it. They have to you can email whatnot and ask and tell them that they're going to pick it up and they can change it for you, but that's a pain in the ass. So just have them do local pickup before you switch it. I'm going to do another giveaway, even though I told myself I wasn't going to give away $500 today. How am I doing? Can you change your shipping rates after the show? You can't change your shipping rates after the show, but you can change your shipping ounces or dimensions or whatever, your box size, like however, like, because this is going to automatically default into a 12 by 12 by 12. I can change it to a 4 by 4 by 4. Sometimes I swipe to help bring up the price of the item because I know that it's selling too cheap and then I end up buying it. Yeah. I mean, I bought things like that too because I've been like, oh, well, I don't need this. I'm like, but I can't let it sell for $1. I'll take it for $5. Like, hell yeah. Like, I'll take anything for $5. But I end up with a lot of stuff, but I don't care. I'm like that in real auctions too. Like if I'm looking and no one's bidding and the bid's at like $1 and it's a whole box of stuff. I'm like, I don't even know what's in that box, but I want it for $2. I'll buy stuff like that all day. Like if I'm going to get it cheap enough, I don't care. I don't care what it is. If it's cheap enough, I know I can make money off of it or whatever the case is. I buy stuff all the time. Hi, Diane. The bin is the buy it now. Yes. We are always $1. I love that. Hi, everybody. Darren here. Bro, I'm working here. I've done that before, ended up with it. Yeah, it happened. Glamma, I saw pictures of you yesterday. I freaking love you. Oh, I spite bid all the time. I told you the story about my shirt that I bought the other day. Because the auctioneer, the lady working for the auctioneer was doing something sketchy. And so I bid up to $100 for a box of old nasty sweatshirts just in spite of that woman. I didn't care how much it was going to go for. She was doing sketchy shit and I was going to win it. And I did. F her. Yeah, the Loretta Lynn shirt. She's freaking shoving stuff in it. She didn't bid on anything all day. And all of a sudden, she's in charge of the house and she's just bringing stuff out. And then she starts bidding on stuff that she's bringing out of the house. What are you hiding in those boxes? She got one over me before I realized what she was doing. And then I bought the next 2. And then she didn't like me. And then she didn't do it again. Bailey Cheddar. Bailey Cheddar, thank you so much for the raid. Everyone go follow Bailey Cheddar and get in this gift card giveaway. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Yeah, isn't that sketchy? Hi. Hi, boo. I was going to wear my Big Sexy shirt today, but I wore this one. I'm in upstate New York. Bailey's back. Let's go. Who let you in here? I did. I'm in an office. It's tiny. It's just a little 10 by 10, 12 by 12 room. It's bigger than I thought it was. You lit up my shirt? Thank you. I sell playing cards. I read and was told I can put 5 cards in a piece. I don't think you can. It has to be 11.5 times 0.25 or whatever. It's not a padded room yet, but I don't know. You can measure it. What is the dimensions of a plain white envelope? Let's look. Son of a bitch. Sorry. My office is a lot smaller than my store was. Okay. Let's look together, shall we? This is my breakfast. I ate a piece of pizza already, and now I'm gonna eat a Twix. Is this plugged in? It is not. Oh, because my computer I need to get what are those things called? Surge protector. How are you that dusty already? What are you doing in here, bro? Okay, let's look. So I need to find something that's sold at 1 ounce. So that would be this. So the dimensions of, this is the first time that I turned my computer on today. So it's a little slow moving. Please hold. hear the guy next door. It has to be an 11. The biggest it can be is 11 by 6 by 0.25 inches. So 0.25 is actually not bad. So you might be able to fit 5 playing cards in a 0.25. But that's what you can fit. So on receiving tips, you do not send something to you. Correct. So the best way to support your favorite sellers, one is a tip because they get 100% of that money. Two is buying something because they get a portion of that money. And then three is liking, sharing, commenting, and talking in their chat. So support is free. Support can be free. That is the best way. But yes, and with hearts. But when you tip someone, they get 100% of that. They took all out tip money. Who's they? Thank you for your tip, AC Hand. I appreciate you. I bought all those mums. We're gonna give them to the mums for moms next week. I'm really excited. Thank you, Crafty Joe. I'm really excited for. Oh, Christine is awesome. You're my favorite. Thank you. There's no tracking on first. Yes, there's no tracking on those envelopes. So don't put anything of high value of that in them. It depends. Generally, a general rule of thumb is 8% plus 2.8 or 2.9% processing fee plus 30% of whatever. It is an amazing. I'm so excited about it. But it can be, so like if you sell something for $1, it's going to end up being, 40%. If you sell something for $10, it's going to end up being 10%. Like it changes every time. But in a seller support, we did an experiment and found out that emojis in the chat works better than hearts. Oh, good to know. That's awesome. How did your meal go for the team? It was amazing. Thank you for asking. Have you ever had a problem with delayed in transit? Yes, all the time. And that has nothing to do with the seller. That has nothing to do with the seller. That is with the postal system. And that can happen in any situation. Thank you for the emojis. Have to send a tip, something to be tracked. Some YouTube videos showing people tip to encourage you to send stuff. That is illegal and against policy. That's like me saying, that's like when eBay changed so that you can't make money off shipping because people were selling something for $1 that was worth $100, but then charging them $99 in shipping because they got all the money from shipping, and eBay only took the percentage off of the sale price. That's illegal. That's against policy. So that would be like me being like, hey, I'll send you this. Buy this for $1. Just send me a $10 tip. Like, you can't do that. That is 100 grossly against the rules. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, host traveling. I love you. Here, let's take a selfie. What's today? Oh, my forehead looks so big today. Hold on. My forehead's big all the time, but everyone smile. Thank you. What's today? There, I put shit over my face anyway, so it doesn't matter. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. You smiled? I love that. My forehead looks normal. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Are there any other questions that I can help you with? You should talk proactively like that more often. I'd tip you $10. Me smiling in real time. I know. I smiled too. I want a candy bar now. I don't know how I'm going to get through this day today. Tomorrow, go bookmark. Oh, how do emojis help? I don't know. Someone just said that they did a experiment and that said it helps. Can you explain the emojis in the chat? A lot of us, for some reason with this app, adopted like an emoji that represents us. Mine is an eggplant. So I always say eggplants in the chat. When we go somewhere, some people will have like Cherry has a cherry, Cherry Bomb has a cherry. Ashley has a cow. Beyond Box is a box. I love that. So we just have ones that like represent us, so that if you go into a chat and you see a bunch of those, you're like, wait, is Gabby here? Oh my gosh, look at all the dancers. Is Gabby here? So it's just a fun thing we do in this app, which I love actually. Wooden general, I like that one too. Eggplant turtle. W's, what do you mean W? I don't know. Look at the estate sale Friday by Angelo. It's packed. I saw that. You have a glass eggplant? My team dinner was great. I had a seller reach out last night saying she received her order. Packing says, what do I do? She has to talk to Whatnot. You apologize and you direct her to Whatnot. Can you inform the chat that you accept tips if they choose to give? You mean like, hey guys, I'd love tips if you want to send them to me. You mean like something like that? No, you're not allowed to panhandle. But I feel like I took the day off so we could go early. You're not allowed to panhandle, but you can, like, I feel like who wouldn't accept tips? But I also, like, I do things like 2 weeks ago, I said all of my tips that I get over this next weeks are going to go towards me buying mums for all the moms on the football team. Next week when I do my trivia, all the tips are going to go towards the Vets Club that I'm doing the trivia for. Like, you can announce what your tips are going for, but you can't be like on TikTok where you're like, give me money, give me money. You can't do that. What about promotion? You can't. Also, again, I feel like there's like a gray area when it comes to buying like a paid, like I have promotions in my buy it now, but I send you something, so you're physically getting something, but I can't say, hey, Cherry Bomb, if you tip me $10, I'll promote you. You can't do that. You also can't pay for raids. Can you tell us how did you start on Whatnot and what your challenges? I would love to. I had a thrift store. I had a thrift store for a couple years. And then I had this woman who I swear is my guardian angel. I've never seen her again. She had a thick southern accent. She came into my store. She said, have you ever heard of Whatnot? And I said, I haven't. What is it? And she told me about it. And then I did a show and I sold nothing. And I did another show and I sold nothing. And I did another show and I sold nothing. And when I did a show, I sold $44. And I was like, oh, I'm in. And then I did another show and I sold nothing. And then I continued to do shows. On my 12th show, I sold $220 something. And then I continued to do shows every day. Thank you for the tip. I appreciate you. I do really appreciate tips. They, especially on days like this where I do this and don't make any money, they're very appreciative and help me to feel productive for the day. But I do think there's non-monetary wins, and this is a non-monetary win show. So I started 2.5 years ago and I did shows continuously. I think one of the biggest, thank you so much for your tip. I appreciate you. I think one of the biggest struggles is social media. So social media selling is, I can't do two things at once. I can't do one thing at once. Social media selling is different than any other selling. I have been thank you, Freckle Vines. I have been a reseller for 20 years. As a hobby. I don't take good pictures. I don't write good descriptions. I don't sell well on stagnant platforms. I can, however, I have the gift of gab, and I can, however, talk to you consistently for hours on end. I don't know how I don't run out of things to say, but for some reason I don't. So you have to remember when you're doing something like this, that social media selling is different than any other selling that you're going to do. And also think of your favorite YouTuber, your favorite TikToker, your favorite Instagram model, whatever those people, less than 1% of those people found overnight success. Most of those people have spent years and countless hours growing their business, growing their platform. This is more like that than anything else. If you have good items and you take a picture and you put it on eBay, it doesn't matter whether you've never sold anything on there ever, or if you sell many things on there, someone could want that and go buy it. This is a different type of atmosphere. So you have to grow it as such. What are W's and whatnot? What I found in the context of the online chat, such as a whatnot W, typically means a win. Oh, thank you. Have you ever done direct sales, Tupperware? It looks similar to, exactly. I can take pictures like a boss. Reason to marry you. How do taxes work? Don't ask me. I haven't even filed my taxes yet this year. Taxes are terrible, and theft. Taxation is theft. I get an accountant is my best advice. Buyer claims she didn't receive tracking shows delivered. She filed a claim. How does that work? It's not on you. Here is how I feel. I don't answer my DMs hardly ever. I get hundreds a day, and generally they're spam or not nice or whatever. So I do miss a lot of customer service DMs, and I apologize for that. That being said, there is nothing. You'll get your 1099 from wherever you get your payout from. I get mine from PayPal. There is nothing that you can do for that buyer except apologize. So if someone messages me and says, hey, this item came in broke, the only thing I can do is say, I'm so sorry about that. Please go through whatnot to get a reimbursement for you. Now, if you're part of the pilot program, which a lot of people are, they can go to, they can go through them and they can help and then give you your money back. And so it is nice to reach out to the buyer first, but generally for the most part, there's nothing that the seller first, there's nothing the seller can do except for apologize and help direct you to how to get your money back. So if someone claims they don't get something, there's porch pirates, things get lost in the mail, people lie. There's a lot of reasons why someone could not get something. That is not on you. That is on them to file a claim. And if Whatnot chooses to give their money back, then that is on Whatnot. Does a broken item count against you? Yes. You get, if you look in your analytics, they delivered to the wrong address. Yeah, exactly. I had someone say that they. Hello. I'm wonderful. How are you? Yes, I still have it. Can I schedule pickup for tomorrow? Yes, that would be great. Thank you so much. You too. Thank you. Bye. She's so nice. Okay. If you have a refund, the money comes from Whatnot. You are tracking your analytics. If you look in your analytics, you can look on your computer. You can also look on, so like if I look at my seller analytics right now, you can look at your account health, and I look at my account health. I have a 99.9% on-time scan rate, a 99.9 or 99.7 defect order free. That means that 0.3% of my orders have arrived with damages or arrived incorrectly. So my policy standings are 100. You can look at your analytics. You can deep dive your analytics and it'll show you down to the order. Also, I would like to point out, I can see, I feel like this gets, I can see when you put a bad review in. I can see when you request cancellations. I can see when you say bad things, even if you say you don't say bad things. Also, I have been burned in that in the past by doing the wrong thing. Because someone had reached out to me and said something was broken, damaged, whatever, and I had offered to give them their money back outside of the platform, which is outside of policy, and that is why I don't do that anymore. Because one of the last times that I did that, thank you for your tip, I appreciate you. Someone said that something arrived damaged, and I apologize, and I PayPal'd them back like $47, and then I went to look for their order and they had gotten their money back from Whatnot as well. So they double dipped and they screwed me over, and that's my fault. You're a bad person, but I did something outside of policy, so I shouldn't have done that. I should have advised you to go through Whatnot, and that is why I am very strict with advising you to follow the policy and go through Whatnot to get your refund. And people have gotten mad at me for that. People have been like, oh, what kind of customer service is that? You're not going to take care of it. No, that is against policy. I am not going to do something that Whatnot tells me not to, because this is my livelihood. This is where I make my money. I work very hard to have 100% standing with Whatnot, and I'm not going to mess that up. And I'm not going to get screwed over and get taken advantage of and let you take my money. Where do I see shipping adjustments? You can go to your analytics in your computer. If you go to your analytics in your computer, it shows you a lot more. If you click on my face up here, you can tip. Also on the side where it says boost, there's an option. Yes, you can see a little bit on your phone or whatever, but if you go to your computer and you go over here, you can go to analytics right here, and it will show you a lot more. Hold on, let me make sure it's not going to show you anything like customer information or whatever. It's going to show you your overall, so it'll show you your sales, it'll show you your user metrics. If you scroll down, thank you for your tip, I appreciate you. It'll show you your top buyers, it'll show you live stream, it'll show you, you can go into orders, You can look at different, you can look at all sorts of different things in your analytics. So but here's the other thing, don't do it unless you want to get your feelings hurt. Because the first time I did it, I really hurt my own feelings. So just be prepared to get your feelings hurt. If you don't have any feelings, then it doesn't matter. But thank you, the Wooden Gem. Thank you for your tip. I had someone want to do a private show because I'm still struggling with shipping, but I learned just nervous about getting too close to strangers. So I get that. Can you sell direct sale items like paparazzi? You can sell them. Yes, you can sell. You can't sell. Like, I can't sell you something off of a picture and then ship it to you via direct sale, like ship it to you through Amazon or whatever. But I can buy a tractor load of paparazzi jewelry and have a paparazzi show on here, because once it's sold by the vendor to you, it's whatever. It's just merchandise. There are a couple people I know that put on raid trains. There's 5 adjustments a week. I'm sorry that will hurt your feelings. I didn't catch the beginning of that. Oh, on analytics, because you can see when people say bad things about you. And the only reason it hurts my feelings is because a couple times it's been people that I thought were really good supporters of mine, and turns out they had complained about every order they ever got from me, but continued to buy from me. Way more than 2 days to ship. So that is, the shipping is an average. The coolest one is coming back next month. The shipping is an average. So they can take, they will get dinged eventually if they have late shipping. But if I sell 100 orders and I ship 99 of them within 1 day, and then I ship 1 in 2 weeks, I'm going to get dinged for that one, but it's not going to hurt my overall average. So generally it is, whatever. I do say, be patient. There is no excuse. I ship hundreds of things every single day. Don't sell more than you can ship. That being said, everyone here is just doing it on their own. Most are small businesses. Most are just part-time people trying to make a little extra money. Be a little patient if their shipping takes a little bit longer. Remember, we are real people, and we are not Walmart and Amazon and giant companies who don't pay their workers crap. Seller put cash in my package to make up for something that was damaged while they were packing. Was that okay? Technically no, but I've done that too. How do I make money or make myself more talkative? I don't know how to, teach you how to be more talkative. I can teach you how to engage the chat more. Thank you for your tip. I love you. So I would just say, if you can't come up with something to say, yes, ask questions. If you can't come up with something, like if it's silent in here for more than 30 seconds, I'm telling you a crazy story about myself. Fun fact. I don't know. Read a book, tell a story, tell jokes. If you want to engage with someone here, if you want to ask questions, where are they from? What are they having for dinner? What is their favorite movie? Ask, what's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you? And then sometimes that will also spark questions. It'll spark chat. It'll spark, whatever. People will talk in the chat. What if the item you want to ship would fit into a flat rate box, but additional items could not be added to the same box? You can unbundle something. I don't suggest doing it. It's going to charge you, but you could. USPS has been so extra slow. Yeah, so it's going to get worse in the holidays, and that's why USPS puts out those like order by dates, like get it by now or you are never going to get it type of thing. But also, you're going to have a lot more issues come holiday time when it comes to shipping. Have you ever had a package returned to you? Yes, I have had packages returned damaged, package returned open, package returned empty, packages returned fine. I've had things stuck in transit forever. I saw that question too. I've had things never arrive and say they're stuck in transit, and I just get my money back. It sucks, especially when I sell vintage decor or buy vintage decor, because it's things that I can't just go to Walmart and buy, but it happens. And it's going to happen a lot more. This happens every single year, and I'm always astonished by the amount of people who are like, my package didn't come for a week. Oh my God, my package was damaged. USPS, as well as every other company in the world right now, is going to be hiring seasonal workers who do not give a crap what's in your box. Do not give a crap if you're going to get your box. They are making $12 an hour to drop off heavy stuff all day long. They don't care, right? We can't make them care. They can't make them care. Not the seller's fault, not the buyer's fault. The only thing you can do is get your money back. I'm not saying that you should accept it. Like, I'm not saying, like, I don't open my packages for months. So if things come damaged, it's on me and I never get my money back. It's fine. But if you get something wrong, just open a claim. You can put in a complaint with someone if you want. Don't leave bad reviews. If you get something from me, let's say you get this right here, and I packaged it like you could throw it against the wall and it got to you, but for some reason there was a little crack in it. That's not my fault, right? Because the box got ran over by a forklift, right? That's not my fault. That was USPS fault. Don't leave a bad review for that. Now, if I ship you this in a bag with no paper or plastic or anything around it, and it comes to you in a million pieces, then you can be like, this bitch doesn't know how to wrap. And then you put that there, right? Like, then you can leave a bad review, but just be conscious of that. The holidays are coming. There's going to be lots of seasonal hires and a way influx in packages. Packages are going to get lost. Hi, Message Wow. Packages are going to get lost. Packages are going to get damaged. Packages are never going to arrive. It sucks. It's a terrible thing, but it happens every day, happens every year. It's just something that you have to deal with when you buy things online. And that is the world that we live in currently. Andrea, thank you for your tip. I really appreciate you. All your tips are just paying for all these giveaways that I didn't say. Thank you for your purchase of a sticker. I have a box of clothes shipped to me with no wrapping at all. Oh my God. Hello? Yep, I'm gonna forward that to the correct party. Thank you. Have a good day. F you. Huh. There's items in my buy it now if you'd like to buy something. That makes me very angry. Hi, Sassy Mom. How are you today? I had work done last year through my ex. And when we split up 8 months later, he told them to send me a bill for it. And that was them trying to collect. I didn't sign a contract. I didn't hire you. I didn't do anything. And you didn't try to bill me for 8 months. And now all of a sudden you're going to try to bill me because he told you to? You can send that to the person that hired you. Good luck with that. I do not offer that. I don't offer discounted shipping. Oh my gosh, the pediatrician was hilarious. My son had to get a shot yesterday, and the only person that would take him was the pediatrician. And this is him in the pediatrician's office. Look there's like Nemo on the wall. Just some giant man in a pediatrician. He couldn't even sit on the bench. He couldn't even fit on the bench. Giant man of the pediatrician. It was awesome. It made me laugh. I was like, I feel like most people who go to the pediatrician can't drive themselves there, because he drove himself because he met me there because I left right from here. But he got a shot. I love you. Have a safe trip home. I'll see you soon. He's 5 toddlers in a trench coat. He is, exactly. He's 5 toddlers in a trench coat. And we went there and he got a shot and he made it to his practice on time. This is my new office. Yes. He did. I know. He should have got an emo Band-Aid. It was so funny too, because the lady said something about him being old, and he was like, I said, he's old. And he's like, I've always been old. Or he goes, I've always felt old. And she goes, oh yeah? She goes, are you an old soul? And he goes, yes. I said, he's been an old man since he was an infant. He's not wrong. He has always felt old. I have to vaccinate children at my job. Oh, I would cry. New York Carrier gets a bonus per package at the end of the year for picking up packages. I also leave gift cards. Oh yes, that's why I used to do I couldn't give shots. I used to do Postman Palooza because they get money based on the amount of packages. That's why my postmen really miss me now, because now I'm here and now they're not gonna have packages to pick up. Yes, they vaccinate newborns. I feel like newborns might be. I've watched videos of and then they look shocked at you, like, why did you do that to me? I remember when Cole was little, I used to have to sit him on the chair, and then I would wrap my legs around him and my arms around him like this, and I would just hold him like this, and I'd have my head buried in the back of his head, and I'd just hold him while they gave him his shot. Now he's fine. One time, he had a sliver. Oh my God, this is the cutest story. He had a sliver in his foot. I tried to get it out. My dad tried to get it out. My stepdad tried to get it out. We couldn't get it out. It was this big. It was huge. I brought him to the pediatrician. He was like 5. I had to lay on him, and the whole time he's going, I'm okay, mom, I'm okay, I'm okay. Like he's just screaming, I'm okay, the whole time the guy was cutting into his foot to get it out. It was not a sliver. It was a giant piece of wood. He was playing upstairs, and my friends, she lived in an old farmhouse. We all live in old farmhouses, and it's all open wood. And he like slid across the floor, and a giant chunk of wood went into his foot, and it was like half of his little tiny foot. And we couldn't get it out, and they had to just slice it all the way down and pull it out, and they had to pick out all the little pieces. But yeah, he just kept screaming, I'm okay, I'm okay. Drawing salve didn't help, nothing. We tried for days, and then it started to like turn black. No scar. He was just a baby when it happened, so he was like 5, so it grew, and now his feet are giant. Now he's a grown-ass man. Now he's 6'3", 320. Yeah, it was horrible. It was traumatizing. I'll never forget it. I remember and he just kept screaming that he was okay. I'm okay, mom. I'm okay. He's a grown baby now. I know. He's my baby. And a quilted needle went through. Oh, quilting needles are huge. No, thank you. Do you give your cool pens handy to show? Oh, the box of. Wait, do I have one of those boxes here? Of the advertising pens? The advertising pens are cool. Do I have some here? I don't know if I have them here. Where did I ship those out of? I don't remember. I bought thousands of advertising pens from this auction, and it was so funny because every time they found another box of pens, they would come up and he'd go 130, Christine, you want these pens? And I would buy them every time. They're so cool. There are a lot of like, it's all local businesses around here. My son almost bit a hole through his tongue. Aw. Local businesses around here, like a lot of the old farms and stuff that aren't around anymore. And then I found one of the pens for the auctioneer, and he's like, I knew they came to my auctions. And he bought it from me. Do you eat Twix weird? I like to eat both sides, and then I eat the sides off of it, and then I eat the top off of it. I eat everything weird. That's all I can focus on. You know what else I eat weird? Hostess cupcakes and Pop-Tarts. Pop-Tarts, I eat the sides, and I eat the ends, and I flip it over, and I scrape off the bottom, and I eat it. And all that's left is the strawberry and then I have the little crunchy part. Ooh, that stuff weird too. I like Fireballs. My mom loved Fireballs. The antique store I went to the other day had Fireballs. You're using a pen for me? That's what you got this. I love that. Do you think there's a cutoff number of items? No. I usually suggest you have at least 50. I only have a few on my bite now right now because I was moving. I don't know, I move a lot. I never stop moving. And then, but I am going to enter a whole bunch of things in my buy it now for my show next week. I'm going to switch one of these whole things into a shelf with a bunch of items in it. Do you think that's a good idea? Tell me that's a good idea. I feel like that too, always moving, yeah. I do think that you should always have things in your buy it now because there's people like me who will fill their box. Gotta fill the box. One of the things I have yet to learn is not selling more than I can ship. That's a hard thing, especially when you're like on a roll because you want to keep going. You want to keep selling. You're like, I'm doing so good. I got to keep selling. I want to do this. I want to do that. And then you're like, oh shit, now I have to pack 700 things. That's a hard thing to learn. I had to stop myself because I like doing the 10-hour shows. I like doing the 24-hour shows, but then I'm packing and I'm drowning for days. So I had to start limiting myself. Like, okay, I'm going to do a 2-hour show today and that's it. However much you sell in 2 hours is great, but you cannot sell more than that. And so sometimes people, like even yesterday, they were like, well, do you have this? Do you have this? I'm like, probably, but I already have 2 full tables full of stuff. I need to stop. I need to pack what I have. Yes, I've done a couple 24-hour shows. When I did the breaking the world record one, I did 24 hours, and then I did a 22-hour for my 22K. I did 2,200 items in 22 hours to celebrate my 22K. Hi, CLB. I think I'm going to do something for 50. I don't know what, maybe 50 hours. It was wild. And it was just me the whole time. Can you imagine listening to me for 24 hours? I just talked the whole time. I did not. I think I said the most words in 24 hours. I saw you sell 300. I felt so bad. Yeah, last week. Oh, you're here for that? Let's do it. Last week or 2 weeks ago, I did 669 in 6 hours. Yeah. I had sold 669 items in 6 hours, and then I had to pack it, and then I had to have my shop completely empty and cleaned out by the next day because I was leaving. And I cried a lot, but I did it. And my realtor, she was like, I am so glad I did not come here to see you the other day because I would have been stressed. I said, yes, you would have. To make running shows easier. I feel like you asked me something. Everyone was crying. Yeah, I cried a lot. Still do. I'm not used to it yet. I like it here, but I don't like that I'm selling like tomorrow. I'm gonna sell this stuff at Dorothy's, and I'm gonna have to pack it up and bring it here just to pack it and ship it. Last Friday when I did a show from home, I couldn't get my Polo to work. I didn't have bubble wrap. Like it's annoying. How does your post have that many boxes? I order them ahead of time. Organizational tips to make running a show easier. I'm a terrible example. This is how I live. Nothing is organized. Nothing is clean. I do suggest you have all the tools you need prior to running the shows. I can tell you, right? I can tell you, do as I say, not as I do. I do think that I write people's names on a piece of paper and I put them, what did your old store sell? Everything. Hodgepodge. My name is the Hodgepodge Place. A hodgepodge is a confused bunch of items. Antiques, collectibles, jewelry, glassware, clothing, a little bit of everything. I used to have a little spiel that I gave every single time when I had a store. Old or new, we've got something for you. That was my tagline. I suggest that you have all the tools that you need. I suggest putting names with things so that you remember who bought what. When you started, how did you get people in your shows? Consistency. I did a show every Tuesday and every Thursday and every other Friday, and then I was there a long time. So when I first started on my Tuesday shows, I have to change my tagline. When I first started my Tuesday shows, I would start at 8:33 in the morning and I would run until 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night. That way I got people before work, people after work, people on lunchtime, East Coast people, West Coast people. I would get people all day. The longer you are on, the more exposure you get and the more people that will be in and out of your rooms. And I showed up every single Tuesday and every single Thursday. And to this day, 2.5 years later, the best shows that I have are still Tuesdays and Thursdays, no matter what. I also suggest people are like, oh, what time should you do it? Whatever. Is there an easy way to have stuff in your bin and then pull over? Yes, that you can clone your items from one show to the next. I have a YouTube video on how to do that. Go follow me on YouTube, Instagram. I'm almost at 3K subscribers on YouTube. I'm excited about that. So I suggest doing a show whenever you want to do a show. So the best shows that you can do, or the best time per whatnot for shows are Wednesday nights and Saturday nights. Well, that's because they have giant streamers who stream Wednesday nights and Saturday nights. So of course their analytics and their numbers are going to show that those are the 2 best nights. That doesn't mean that's the best time for you. I do not do well on night shows. I do not do well on weekend shows. My people, I do well Monday through Friday. Morning time. That is what works for me. I suggest that you do shows whenever you have the most energy, whenever you are the most engaging, whenever, like if you wake up and you're like, shit, I feel like I can conquer the world today. You know what? I'm going to sell something. That's the best time to do a show. Log on, do a show, because that is when you are going to capture more people and you're going to captivate more people is when you feel good about it. Now, because of what I do and because I do shows every day, there's days I show up here crying and days that I show up with no energy and whatever, but I have to be here no matter what. But when you're first starting, I totally suggest, and even now, there are weekends where I'm like, you know what, I don't feel well, or I need to sell something, whatever, and I will log on to sell something just so that you guys, I can feed off of your energy and feel better or do whatever I'm going to do. It scared, do it tired, do it sick, just do it. You got to just do it. But I do think that at the beginning, to get people to like you and to get people to want to come back, you do shows when you feel the best. Do an all day show Saturday. Best advice for doing long hours. I love that. Jill Bro made me this shirt. If you watch my YouTube video, it shows I opened a bunch of the shirts that she made me. They're amazing. Long shows, I suggest having snacks and drinks, having giveaways preloaded in case you need to go to the bathroom or do something. You can run a giveaway and then be right back. And then I also suggest having friends that will mod for you because they'll be helpful, especially if you have to leave the room. I just did a show 10 at night and went through this morning. I had the energy and went for it. I love that. I love you. Yes, so mods are really important when you do long shows because they help. Because at time, like especially when you're doing a long show, even in a situation like this, I'll be like, oh crap, I gotta organize for a minute. Ho, can you talk to the chat for a minute while I clean and organize, and I'll run a giveaway, and for 5 minutes, she'll entertain the chat or whatever the case is. Every show does not have to have a theme. I very seldom have themes. How do you get mods? Get your friends. Ask your friends. These are just my friends. You can pay people if you want. I pay them with love and kindness. But the best thing that you can do is just ask your paid actors. Exactly. She beats me. Ask your friends, family, whoever, or you can ask, like, if you're in a if you're doing a show and someone comes in and they're just being nice and being helpful, you can be like, hey, would you mind modding for me? Could you help me? Whatever. You don't need mods. Mods are super, super helpful and they're great to have, but it doesn't need to be anybody. My first mod ever was Living Bliss Vintage, and it was just, I was like 6 months in, and she was like, hey, mod me. And I was like, what's a mod? And she goes, go to my name and click moderate. I was like, okay. So I modded her, and then she started to do stuff like this, and I was like, oh shit, look at this, is nice. They pay you back by blowing up your red chats. Facts. They do. They've been pretty, Cherry Bomb usually doesn't say anything in the red chat, and Ho usually just says a couple things, but a couple of my friends do. A couple of my friends do red chat. So mods will just help reiterate and help. Yes. So the biggest things that mods do, especially in my show, they'll help shout things out. If I do like sponsored giveaways or gifted chats or something, they help put those in the bottom so that I don't forget. They will tell people to look in the Buy It Now. They will tell people to follow. They'll tell people to follow my other sites. If I'm selling, like yesterday I was selling clothes, and they would be like, this is an extra large, like they'll put the size in as after I announce it. So they just help reiterate what I'm saying. And moderators also have control of your room. So if you people suck it. So they can see your red chat. So if someone is saying something inappropriate or whatever, they can also remove people from your show. So sometimes if I'm here alone or whatever, you'll see me like do one of these, and that's me just removing someone. Generally, like if someone comes in and is like, you're an ugly fat bitch or something, I'm like, oh cool, and I just like remove them, and I won't say anything. I don't address it. I don't do whatever. But if my moderators are here and they see something like that, they can take care of it, and I don't need to do anything. I can move about my day and go about my show, and they'll just remove people. So they're good. It's good to have, especially when you do long shows or shows where you have a lot. If you click on the person when you're doing a show, if you click on the person, you can block that person, which will remove them from seeing you ever, or you can just remove them from a show, which I like to say is like a timeout. So like sometimes if people come in and they're like promoting without asking, or they're doing things, I'll give them a timeout. We'll remove them just for the day. You can come back tomorrow, go away, think about what you did, and come back tomorrow. But if you come in and you say stupid stuff, or you're being mean or racist or something like that, then we can block you and boot you forever, and you can never come back. Can mod pin the item that is next to be shown? Only if you give them access to your, they need to have access to your full account. You can add people to your account, and then they can log in and run things for you, but they don't have access to that with just being a moderator. Right? I think that's what I think. It's like a timeout. If I remove you from the room, from the show, it's just for the day. Just go away and come back tomorrow. But if you read Peaches, what did she say? I heard another seller say that if you don't have any sales or interactions after 30 minutes to end your show, I wouldn't. I would go longer. The longer you go, the more eyes you have on you. Continue to run your items over and over and over again. You get different people every single time. Also, that same thing with this number. That number will say a number. That's not the same people. At the end of my show, I can look at my analytics and it'll say I had 2,000 people in this room. Not at one point did I have 2,000 people. I had right around 250 all day. But that means I had over 2,000 chances. That means over 2,000 people came in and stayed for more than 5 minutes. I had over 2,000 chances to sell something to someone, to get someone to follow me, to get someone to like me. When you do a show, even if you don't sell anything and your thing only sells 5 people, it could be a different 5 people all the time. You don't know. You can look at your show at the end of the couple hours that you do and it'll say 176 people, and you only had 5 people the whole time. You thought you were talking to 5 people. It could have been 176 different people came in your room, but because you were sad or worried or not selling anything, you didn't talk to them and you didn't sell because you were looking at that number. How do you do timeout in person? Right? I don't have verified buyer on. I've been screwed a couple times for that. It's not a bad thing to turn on, but I do not have verified buyers on. Live tiles are being watched. Exactly. Plus, you can watch people in live tiles, which I like to show too, because you can watch from outside. So you do not show as someone in their room, but they are, what the hell is he doing on? But like, look, I love her so much, right? Like, so I can watch her from outside the show. And so if she holds something up that I want to buy, I can click in and buy it, but I don't show as a viewer in her show. Joe Hollywood's at 300,000 followers. That's insane. Good for him. I feel like I should rate him, but then I feel like he probably wouldn't even see it, and then it would be a waste of a big room. But I don't usually do things for myself. I usually just try to raid smaller sellers, but maybe I could do something for myself and go promote myself in his show for a minute. Should we do that? Maybe he'll shout me out. He used to love me. He used to come in here all the time. Remember when he used to come in here all the time and buy stuff from me? He doesn't anymore. All right, we're going to go over there. I love you. Thank you for a great show. I'm going to go pack everything. Come back tomorrow. Dorothy show tomorrow. It's going to be amazing. I hope you don't miss it. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all your tips, your bids, your business, hanging out with me and loving me. I will see you all tomorrow. Love you. Bye.